Thank you everybody for watching this video. Push the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and push that notification bell. It will help us tremendously to grow this channel. We have a bunch of stuff coming out for you, the fans, unique content, so please stay tuned. JHK here for the AllStar. And joining right now is UFC bantamweight Louis Smolka. Louis, thank you so much for the time.
What's up, John? How are you doing?
Good, man. It's good to see your face. It's good to see that you're healthy. You got your daughter with you. How you doing?
Say hi, Lucy.
How old are you?
5.
Five? Oh, okay. That's a perfect age, man. My daughter's 10 right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How's that going? What do I have to look forward to?
It's a little bit of the same, you know what I mean? It all depends on their personality, but it looks like your daughter's pretty calm. Is she shy?
Yeah. She's a little shy at first, but once you get her warmed up, she's pretty outgoing.
That's great. That's great. Hey, speaking of your family, man, I saw that you recently, bought a house. The family must be so happy. What does this
Yeah,
step mean to you and the family?
it's great, dude. We've been living in some pretty small spaces for like the past 2-3 years up here. Trying to save money, save up for a house, and so I got a little bit of help too, with it from my parents, and so yeah, we're just happy it's done. It was like it's been like it's been a long process, but yeah, dude, I'm happy. Like we started in okay, go upstairs. Yeah, go upstairs. We started in January of like last year, and like the stuff was being built, trying to like get paperwork together and stuff. It's been a long process, but I'm happy. I'm like there've been like a few problems, but they're great problems to have.
Yeah. I remember speaking with you a few years back and you were living in your manager's house when you first got out to California, and to see you buy a house, man, it's just great to see that.
Yeah, dude, it's like trusting the process and stuff. You gotta listen to like the powers that be, see what they tell you to do, and just try your best to follow along, and and have faith.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously, have faith, man, and do it, man. That's all you gotta do. Go out there and do it. Now, the big thing is, of course, your last fight, it fell through. Sean O'Malley, you were pulled by the doctors. There was an infection. Could you give us a little bit more details on what exactly happened?
Yeah, so I got an infection. It was weird, dude. That was like an act of God, honestly. But I got an infection. It was a staph infection. Like, it was weird because I didn't really have an open wound from it, so I'm not really sure how I got it. I think I had staph when I was like a kid once, and like it was just a really strange thing, like the whole way it happened. But basically, I had like this infection that just flared up out of nowhere, and so for like a day, I was trying to heal it on my own with like any homeopathic remedy I could come up with. Like we were googling, dude. Like the main one was like icing it and stuff, and so we're trying to ice it. Was the ice wasn't making it go down? So then we tried to like I was trying all kinds of stuff. At one point, I ate like 2 pounds of raw mushrooms because they said mushrooms are an anti-inflammatory, and like just nothing was working. So I had to go to the doctor. Lucy, do not do that again. Go upstairs and eat it on the carpet. Go, bro. Dropping lollipops, dropping candy on the ground. I'm not happy about that, Lucy. Go upstairs. Where are you supposed to eat? Thank you,
Parenting.
bro. So messy. Such messy eaters. I am sorry. Thank you for being sorry. Please be careful. um yeah, sorry, where was I?
The infection. You ate the mushrooms.
Oh yeah, so we ate a bunch of mushrooms. I went to the so but then we showed like my nutritionalist, we showed some other doctors, and they're like, dude, that is infected. Like it's hot, it's red, like it's all the telltale signs of an infection, like it's massively swollen, like this is not good. So I went to an urgent care, and they looked at it. They took one look at it, they didn't even tell me anything. They're like, you need antibiotics like right now. And so they just started IVing me. Like I didn't even get really a chance to protest. Like they just like walked out, walked back in with IVs, and they're like, you need to do this in your arm like right now. And they made me come back for like 3 4 days, I think 3 days of getting IV'd. They put me on like some antibiotics. It was like riceolin, and cephalaxin. I recognized those names, and then they put me on, but like they weren't working at first, and then they put me on one that was like I couldn't recognize it, but it had like numbers and letters. It was like CRX 653.1. Like I didn't know. I would recognize it again if I saw it, but that one was gross. Like that one made me feel disgusting. Like it felt like it shut down my stomach, and like it felt like my stomach acid wasn't like turning on, if that makes sense. And so like I was trying to eat food, it felt like my body wasn't digesting. And then at one point I threw up when I ate, and it came out like an hour after eating, it came out looking exactly like the same, like just chewed up food. Like my body didn't digest it. There's no like enzymes, nothing. It was gross, dude.
Damn. And the IV thing, right? Like I feel like USADA, once you take that IV, you can't really step into a fight after that, right?
Yeah, they were telling me like, okay, so you need to get these doctors to sign this, and this. They need to do this, they need to do that, and like we have to get all these clearances, and they need to say that based on their like medical clearances that what they saw warranted um giving you these drugs even in the event of you being in like being an athlete in an anti-drug testing pool, like that the safety for or the concern for my health outweighed the precautions of being a professional athlete.
So you mentioned it was a act of God. Why do you feel that way?
Cause it was weird, dude. It was one of the it was not a normal way to get a staph infection. Like that was just one. It was. I don't want to share too much about it because it's like yeah, like it's maybe I'll share it later, but yeah, it was a weird thing. It happened like a weird spot. The thing that I felt like started it was strange. Like it was weird. The whole thing was like not was not textbook at all. Like I'm one of the cleanest dudes in the gym. I'm constantly showering. Like I don't think it came from an open wound. Is like I don't think it came from an open wound. I think it came from something else.
All right. How long did it take you to just get over that infection?
It was over like 2 months. It took a while to deal with all the fall. Nah, maybe not 2 months. Maybe like 6 weeks to deal with all the fallout like from it, because there was like swelling and possible like nerve damage and like stuff like that. So I had to get it like I had to go to a rehab. The rehab didn't quite fix it, and then I had to like go and like get things like there's like a pus that formed and like a sit or like a sac that formed, and like so I had to like get it drained, and there's like all this pus and stuff coming out. It was pretty gross, dude.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. It's one of those videos that you see on Instagram where people are just,
Oh no, for sure. I might post it at some point. Like I took the video, dude. It's pretty gross, bro. I have the video of like my abscess getting drained.
yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Now, December 5th, 2020 was the last time we saw you in action. You had a phenomenal performance. It's been a year, man. A year has flown by so fast. What are some of the biggest changes you've seen in your skill set or even your mindset since then?
Um, I don't know, man. I'm always trying to improve. I'm always looking to improve. Feel like I've made some pretty big leaps, some pretty big strides. I've worked hard on my boxing. I've worked hard on my speed, my explosion, my jujitsu, my wrestling, my clinch game, my kicking. Trying to become more versatile overall, just more well rounded, and trying to like tie everything in. I feel like I was a little more like unpredictable and more versatile when I was younger. So I'm trying to like take some of like the things that I did when I was younger and like meld it to like the new system that I have, and seeing like what can fit, what can be put back in, what should be like what should stay out. If I can put some things together. And like honestly, I feel like I've made big gains almost everywhere.
For sure. And now you got Vince Morales. Thoughts on taking the fight? It seems like there was some back and forth with that due to your relationship with Ricky
Yeah,
Simone.
so Ricky Simone, we're pretty close with him. I know him through Tyson Nam, who came and trained with us in Hawaii. Tyson Nam is like an OG in Hawaii. He's like a legend. You know what I mean? He's been fighting since I was a kid. Like I grew up like I was like 12 or 13 watching this dude like fight in the Blaisdell. That's like our arena. Um, But yeah, so like he's been pretty legend for a long time. He introduced me to Ricky. Ricky came down like to train with us a lot. We're like pretty close with him. I actually cornered him for his fight to get him into the UFC for LFA when he defended his belt. I actually cornered him for that one when he won that. And then so like we've been pretty close, you know what I mean? Like we've been training partners for like a while. We're on pretty good terms, you know. He comes down, he always makes the trek out to like come and train with us at Team Oyama and stuff. He's been here like a lot, you know, he's done a lot of camps here. And then so like to have like me fight his cousin, it's like he was like, how are we gonna handle this? Because I still want like because he still wanted to train with us, you know, and like it's awkward, but it's like I trust everybody to just be professional at this point. Like it's like there's nothing we can really do, you know. Like I mean, he might know some stuff about me, I might know some stuff about him. We're probably gonna know each other a little better than like your average like octagon like guys that don't really like have no prior knowledge of each other. Like we kind of like know each other, so it's gonna be like it's a little more familiar, which I don't know. I don't even know if I'm excited about that at this point. Like honestly, it's just business. Like I'm a little uncomfortable with it. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just business. Like we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yes,
I
of
got a
course, man.
house, man. I gotta pay bills.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta pay them
I
damn
got
bills,
bills to
right?
pay,
They're coming in. You gotta, write them checks. You gotta write them checks. Now,
bro.
Morales, man, when you think about him and you look at his prior fights, like, what is your assessment of his skill set?
We're kind of similar. He's had moments where he's looked really good. His contender series fight, he looked really good. Um, in my opinion, probably should have a winning record in the UFC. He's lost. Like I think he's officially 2-3, but I feel like he should be 3-2. I feel like he beat what's his name with the half blonde hair
I don't even know.
from Alpha Male, Benito Lopez.
Oh, that's
I feel like
right.
he beat Benito Lopez. Yeah, but you know it is what it is. Like we're kind of similar in the fact that we're both. I feel like we should both be 3-2 at bantamweight. So it's like it should be two winning record fighters. He's coming off a win his last fight. I'm coming off a win my last fight. It's a lot of similarities. We both had moments where we've like looked really good and shown promise, you know, but like haven't seemed to have been able to quite like get the ball rolling at this weight class. You know, at bantamweight we do share a lot of similarities, in my opinion.
So, do you see yourself having a repeat performance of your last fight, or do you see another outcome? Do you see another way to capture this victory?
Um, I plan on being a little more versatile to set things up this fight. I plan on using a lot of different weapons. I do feel that I am more well rounded than he is. I feel like I've shown, but I have had a longer tenure, you know, in the UFC, and I feel like I've shown more weapons than he has. Honestly, I feel like I've shown a lot of different weapons. Um, and so I feel like yeah, I feel more well rounded. I feel like I could take fights to into places where he's gonna be more uncomfortable than me there, and those are gonna be my moments to shine.
For sure. And a couple more questions. PTSD in mixed martial arts from injuries, weight cuts,
Oh,
losses.
bro.
Does it exist? Do you feel like it has an effect on a lot of the fighters?
Dude, Vaseline, bro. I can't smell Vaseline right now without like getting like having flashbacks of the octagon and like fighting and like you look at your hands and it's got like the smell of glue from the fresh tape, I think is what it is. But like that smell mixed with like Vaseline will like kind of trigger me a little bit. I'm like, oh, buddy, like it takes me to like somewhere else, you know. It takes me to like the fight, and it's kind of the smell of the canvas too. Yeah, it's definitely a real thing, dude. Like, but it's not. I wouldn't consider it a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. It's not like not to the point where I'm waking up in cold. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I do wake up sometimes scared, but it's not like that all the time. It's usually just around fights. Usually about 3 weeks out, I get pretty. What's it called? Like I get pretty anxious. But yeah, like yeah, it's definitely a real thing. But it's almost like I consider it a badge of honor. You know, like how they say like scars are the thing, or like you should be proud of your scars because it means that whatever tried to kill you are stronger than it or whatever. You know, yeah, it's like war stories, you know, like how soldiers are like, yeah, the men of old would like gather around the campfire, tell their war stories, you know. And yeah, that's like probably a form of PTSD, but it's probably also a form of therapy too, you know, like talk about it and stuff. And it's also a badge of honor because people look at you and it's like, man, you've done some things, you know. So
When you
yeah,
do smell the Vaseline and the tape, does it take you to a place where you know like you're in survival mode and it helps you?
I have flashbacks to the cage. Like I'm looking at the canvas. I'm like I don't know why, dude, but I go like the same couple things. I'm like looking around, and I'm like in the cage kinda, and I'm like I don't know, dude. I'm like looking off into the stands or whatever, and like the guy is like far. I don't know, dude. Yeah, but like yeah, it takes me to like the cage. I can't even tell you which fight it is, but it like I'm not even sure if it's a memory or just like a vision. But like yeah,
Or you're gonna step into the cage, man. December 4th, UFC Fight Night, Las Vegas. Thank you so much for the time and hey, the house, man. Enjoy it.
the house, bro. Oh yeah, it's all. Life is not bad, dude. Life is not bad at all. I'm tired. I'm hungry. It's Thanksgiving, but life is not bad.